3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
That was good.
Yeah.
What's next?
Hey, a world title. But also, we gonna come back to Norfolk, man, so y'all don't forget about me. Y'all keep supporting DB3. But a world title definitely gonna be next. 2025, we got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock, knock.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Gervonta Tank Davis, he actually deactivated his Twitter and he removed all of the posts from his Instagram. And coincidentally, he did this right after Keyshawn Davis's win, after Keyshawn called him out. I mean, we don't know exactly what it all means, but his silence is pretty telling, especially when you consider the fact that Gervonta, he usually reacts to a lot of post fights on his Instagram or his Twitter. I mean, if you guys recall, he actually reacted to Haney versus Regis Prograis, suggesting that Devin Haney was on the juice after that fight. Davis, he put this post up saying, "Get that snack out of boxing," which is pretty ironic because after the Ryan Garcia-Devin Haney fight, Gervonta, he reacted to that fight by putting up a lot of posts congratulating Ryan Garcia. And when the news came out that Ryan tested positive for PEDs, Gervonta came out saying he didn't believe it and he defended Ryan, at least until the B sample came out. Here's just one of the posts that Gervonta put out. This was him defending Ryan while firing shots at Claressa Shields. Davis, he said, "So Ryan Garcia beat Buddy ass fair and square. What the French bulldog-faced lady Claressa have to say about this? And she blocked me. I should have blocked her ass for the way she looked. Her scare me." The whole reason Davis and Claressa Shields had a fallout was because Claressa Shields could not believe that Davis was defending Ryan Garcia. Now, shortly after Davis put out that post dissing Claressa Shields, Ryan Garcia's B sample would come out confirming that he did cheat. Now, while Gervonta Tank Davis has been pretty quiet when it comes to this whole Keyshawn Davis situation, Gervonta's trainers, they are talking, at least Coach Kenny. Coach Kenny, he put out a post. He said with just 5 professional fights, lightweight boxer Andy Cruz is ranked in all the sanctioning bodies. He's great. Cruz is currently ranked 9th by the Ring, 14th by the WBO, 7th by the IBF, 6th by the WBC, and 4th by the WBA at lightweight. Knock, knock, knock. He beat you 4 times. Now, first of all, Coach Kenny, he knows better than anyone that the amateurs and the pros are 2 entirely different sports. There's another fighter who actually beat Keyshawn Davis in the amateurs 3 times. He was 3-0 against Keyshawn Davis. His name is Mark Castro. Now, when he first turned pro, man, he had a lot of buzz behind his name because he was very successful as an amateur. He beat some big names, including Keyshawn. But we don't hear about him too much anymore. And the reason why is because he does not look anything like he looked as an amateur. He is nowhere near the level of a Keyshawn Davis or any of the other special prospects. He's been getting knocked down and rocked by very, very weak opposition and struggling to win a lot of his fights. When it comes to Robeisy Ramirez, the one who beat Shakur Stevenson in the Olympics, he already has 2 losses on his record, and he nearly got knocked out in his last fight. Now, this is not the case when it comes to Andy Cruz. He is much, much better than those fighters. But according to Keyshawn Davis, they already sent him an offer. And Andy Cruz, he said he wasn't ready.
I'm just in a blessed situation that God put me in, that I literally have control of my own career. You heard it for yourself. Todd DeBuff told y'all, I said, no, I don't want to fight him. I want to fight Lemos. And what happened? I'm fighting Lemos. You know what I'm saying? I got control of my own career. I said, send a contract to Kid Austin, send a contract to Andy Cruz, and send a contract to Raymond Mortaya. Raymond Mortaya with the bigger fights. He wants Shakur Stevenson and all of them.
Hold on, you said that contract
Andy Cruz and them said, no, they not ready. Kid Austin and them said, Keyshawn, go fuck off. We'll never fight you. They in the WBA, they trying to fight Gervonta. So everybody in their own little lane, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to fight the businessman yet.
Not only that, but the Lemos fight was a title eliminator. Keyshawn Davis is actually slated to fight for a title against Dennis Barachek in his very next fight.
Hey, man, I honestly thought Lemos was going to put up, a stronger challenge than Baranchik, but I knocked him out in the 2nd round, so we'll see what Baranchik got to put up. But next year, Norfolk, y'all going to have a world champion next year, man. How about that?
So if Dennis Berichick takes that fight, there's a very good chance that Keyshawn Davis will become a champion in his very next fight. Now let's get back to what Gervonta's trainer, Coach Kenny, said. After Keyshawn Davis calls out Gervonta Tank Davis, Coach Kenny, he says, why doesn't Keyshawn fight Andy Cruz? Which is exactly what Kenny did when Devin Haney was calling out Gervonta. Kenny was putting out posts telling fans who he wants to see Devin Haney fight. One of Coach Kenny's dream matches was Devin Haney versus Jaron Ennis. Bill, he responded to that post by saying, woke up to this post by Tank Davis's coach Kenny Ellis. He wants Devin Haney to fight Boots instead of Gervonta Davis. Can't make this shit up. Make no mistake about it, this is Coach Kenny's way of saying that Devin Haney is a very special fighter and Keyshawn Davis is a very special fighter. Now, when it comes to Gervonta, there's no doubt about it. Gervonta versus Shakur should be the fight that happens before a Keyshawn Davis fight. Unless Gervonta or Shakur, they don't want the fight. Now, when it comes to Gervonta, remember, he was originally supposed to fight Lomachenko for a unification bout until Lomachenko turned down that fight. So Lamont Roach wasn't some front runner. He was a backup fight, one of the only guys that was willing to take the fight at that time. Now, I had already told you guys before Gervonta fought Frank Martin, I told you guys if Gervonta is not fighting Shakur Stevenson next, the only fights that make sense at 135 is either Gervonta versus Lomachenko or versus Frank Martin. And to Gervonta's credit, he fought Frank Martin and he was supposed to fight Lomachenko right after that. Now, Gervonta, he also said around the time that he was scheduled to fight Frank Martin, he said that he wanted either Lomachenko or Shakur Stevenson next. So now it looks like by next year, the champions at 135 is going to be Gervonta Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and Lomachenko is talking about retiring. So unless Gervonta is going to move back up to 140 and try his best to get a Teofimo Lopez fight, which Teo most likely won't take it, but if that doesn't happen, the only fights that make sense at 135 is either Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis. Let's see how it plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.